Hello, wrestling fans. Hello, Jordan. I feel bad for you.
I just hurt my ankle, so...
Today we're kind of doing an impromptu stream talking about changes that are coming to YouTube.
Yeah.
We're not sure how that's going to affect anything we do yet.
But we thought we'd come on here and kind of talk about it and explain stuff a little bit. At least explain stuff to the best of our knowledge of what we know, kind of explain what we know and so where we're going and,
If you have questions or anything like that, then, ask. And we don't know if we'll be able to answer, but...
I hear about that. Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Ric Flair.
Yes. Not sure what he's doing, but...
I don't either.
Hey,
He's having a not midlife.
An old crisis.
Old life crisis. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. Yes, I do. I do know what to say about that, but...
Yeah.
Man.
Basically, the FTC fined YouTube $170 million.
Yeah, all of this happened within the last several days.
Yeah, for selling kids information.
Yeah.
They basically, what happened was they would get YouTube ads posted on different things.
Yeah.
And so it kind of messed things up there. And a lot of times it's probably the kids using the parents' devices.
Yeah.
But the FTC felt that they were still selling the kids information, even though you're supposed to be saying that you are old enough to be on YouTube. They do have YouTube Kids where kids can go. So I don't know. We're hearing about. We'll know more here in about 4 months when this actually takes place.
Yeah,
and
when
things start to kick in.
To go.
I know a lot of people are putting information out there about their channels and what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Basically, COPPA was enacted, which is the.
It's like a child.
It's a Child Protective Act for privacy. It was enacted in 1998, which obviously was 21 years ago.
Long time ago.
Yeah, definitely. So 21 years ago, you think about how far the internet and everything has come over the last 21 years. I mean, Wi-Fi started in 97, so it was just a year before this was enacted. Now you have Wi-Fi everywhere. You go to McDonald's, you have Wi-Fi. You go to Burger King, you have Wi-Fi. There are cities now that are talking about having Wi-Fi throughout their entire city.
Yeah.
So everybody's going to have access to the internet.
Yeah.
You have phones that you have, devices that you can get on the internet with now.
Yeah.
iPhone was invented in 2007. That was the first iPhone that was out there. So you have refrigerators that are connected to the Wi-Fi. You have, just about everything we have now could be connected to Wi-Fi.
So essentially, this law was made before
the internet.
The
really
internet
took off.
Was really a big deal, and people were using the internet for everything.
They did look at it again in 2012, which again, you still had a lot of people that. There's still some people that don't have high-speed internet because of where they live.
Yeah. Like
out in the country and not in rural areas that don't have the internet. So YouTube has decided that they are going to basically anything that is children related or kids related, they're going to kind of control everything, which means that you will not have chat, you will not have likes or dislikes on videos.
Well, chat, comments.
Yeah,
stuff
comments.
Like
can't have
if you
any
put up
comments
a video,
either.
You don't have comments.
So we are taking a look at, we're going to be looking at different things. We were looking at some different avenues and things to be able to get our wrestling show out there anyway. I will pull up here.
But now we kind of have more of an incentive too, because we don't, for sure, we don't really know where, talking about wrestling stands and, what category you'd put that under, because when you look at WWE right now, where they're marketed, it is TV PG, so like kids do watch it. So we don't know what that means for like people that report on wrestling or they talk about wrestling and do like recaps and reviews and stuff. We don't know what that means.
No, so here's basically we got an email from YouTube. New data practices for children's content on YouTube. We are changing how we treat data for children's content on YouTube. Starting in about 4 months, we will treat data from anyone watching children's content on YouTube as coming from a child, regardless of the user. This means that we limit data collection and use on videos made for kids only to what is needed to support the operation of the service. We will also stop serving personalized ads on this content entirely, and some features will no longer be available on this type of content, like comments and notifications. In order to identify content made for kids, creators will be required to tell us when their content falls in this category, and we'll also use machine learning to find videos that clearly target young audiences, for example, those that have an emphasis on kids' characters, themes, toys, or games. So, we are going to have the opportunity to put whether it's kids' content or not, but then they're going to have machines that are going to be out there to determine if it's kids' content or not.
Yeah.
So essentially, if WWE, if they deem that WWE falls under, or wrestling falls under kids content,
and we don't mark it off as that, they will go through and do it themselves.
Yes.
So then, like everything.
Hello, Andrew.
Is Twitch a possibility? I haven't seen anything like y'all show on there before, so that could be really good, but it also could be a disadvantage. Yeah, we've done a couple shows.
I think we've done one show there, haven't we? We actually did a live show.
I thought we
did. We do two live shows?
I thought we did
Might
two.
have done 2 live shows. I don't remember.
I don't remember either, but we've done a couple shows on there. We haven't done too many, but we are, like, we've talked about branching out and doing Twitch. And I know, we know that there aren't a whole bunch of people out there that do
to answer your question, yes, Twitch is a possibility
on there. So, yeah.
We are, we're kind of looking at everything. Looking at where we can go from here. Kind of like the YouTube platform for this. I am familiar with Twitch and things like that, so I mean, it wouldn't be a huge switch to do everything over there.
Not really. So
yes, Twitch is a possibility. Mm-hmm. We just wanted to get out here and tell you, where we stand and where things are going, and it may seem some changes coming to the channel, some changes on what we're doing as far as where we're doing our shows, as far as where we're, whether it's Twitch
putting videos up.
Putting videos up, because we were started to do. We have one video up of
our
action figures, which if that falls under the toys category,
which I'm assuming it would, because they are action figures, and it is considered a toy.
Then,
and I guess I would assume they probably aren't going to look at it as like collectibles, because kids would watch that video because it is about action figures.
Yeah.
So we put that up on YouTube, and we don't know if that will be able to. We can put it up, but they won't be able to have any comments, and you won't ever be able to monetize it or make any money off of it.
Which right now we're not making any money.
No, we're not making any money off of anything. But, we've talked about it before, if we were to get big enough or something, and make money off of this and make enough that, you wouldn't have to work at school.
The big thing for us is right now is being able to have comments and sorry, I lost my train of thought. Comments and
that happens a lot no matter what we're talking about.
Yeah. Big thing for us is just being able to have comments
and talk to you guys,
be able
in
to talk to you
chat.
guys. And
now, another thing is, we don't know if after January 1st, I believe, is when this everything takes effect, and we don't know how that affects live streams. So we don't know if we will actually be able to live stream on here.
That's something else, because one of the things they talked about was WWE that
January
toys and things like that will not be able to be live streamed. So
if it has to do with anything with like kids, you can't live stream it.
And again, we're not sure where this wrestling is going to fall into. We're not sure where anything that we're doing is going to fall into. We talked about doing WWE 2K20 is coming out in October. Talked about doing some of that.
Majority of that will probably now have to, because it's a game.
I would say probably
majority
all of it
is
will now be probably on Twitch or some other platform, because
YouTube is,
if they're going to gear everything towards shutting down things towards kids.
The thing, like with YouTube right now, they're shutting down everything with kids. Everything for kids under 13, they're pretty much shutting that down. And then they have stuff where you can't post anything that's like mature, or you get shut down. So they're making it very hard for people to put content up.
Yes.
Because there isn't a huge space where certain content ideas fit.
Will YouTube make a determination about your channel as a whole, or on a video by video basis? Maybe your action figure video could be named as kids, while the rest of your videos be standard. I think it's going to be based on. Hello, Mrs. Gleen.
How's it going?
It's based on what I've seen. I think it's probably going to be based. Again, I don't know, because I don't know where they're going to go with this.
I don't either.
I think it's going to be based on the videos you put up, but I'm not sure. And that's what that's kind of what we're wondering is are they going to, are they going to say, well, wrestling is geared to WWE is geared towards kids.
Are they going to look at your channel as a whole and say, okay, well, you market yourself to kids?
Yes. And so that's one of the things that we are, kind of debating, which is why we're getting out here talking to you guys.
I got you. I was a bit late. Sorry
no problem.
You repeat yourself. You're cool. I don't remember what I was gonna say now. I lost my train of thought.
Good job.
I don't remember what I was gonna say.
Basically, we wanted to get this out here. Again, we have ways of communicating right now. We have Twitter. We're probably gonna have to come up with a firm schedule so that everybody knows exactly what's going on. If that's the case, because we won't be able to have notifications on here.
Yeah, because that's something that's
if we could do live
away.
streams, we wouldn't be able to have notifications.
And if we can't do live streams at all, well, then that's a
a
big problem.
So
regardless of what happens, we're not stopping doing our shows.
No, we'll just be moving.
We will just have to move to somewhere else because YouTube's trying to run everybody off, apparently. So,
Yes. Again, I don't know. One of the ideas we have is like creating an email list of anybody that wants to be notified when changes are made, where we're going, what we're doing. We have a website.
You're leaving YouTube, Anthony. We're not leaving.
We're not leaving YouTube right now. No.
YouTube has some new rules that are coming out in January that might make it they might make our channel non-existent to where we cannot put up content.
I don't know what. Again,
if you have not heard, there was a situation with YouTube and a kids channel where they got fined because they didn't specify some things in this kids video, and somebody called the FTC, right?
Well, the issue is they're selling information about kids. And then,
it started with
YouTube
the kids.
Is selling information about kids.
It started with the kids channel, and that got FTC involved, and then they were like, "Oh, well, you're not doing what you're supposed to, so we're gonna fine you."
Yeah.
Money. So that's kind of what happened, and now they've decided that they're making a new set of rules once again for January.
We aren't jumping ship yet. We're just kind of giving people heads up on this new information that's come out, and we are going to start to kind of prepare for the possibility of
having to move to a different platform.
Having to move to a different platform to.
It's not because we don't like YouTube. It's because they're kind of forcing us to. Just because of
changes that are being made.
And we aren't able to continue making the content that we want on YouTube.
Yeah, because like I said, I'm guessing like the action figure videos that we've started to make, I'm going to guess that... Oh, one other thing. I'll finish my thought here. The action figures we started to make, that's probably considered toys. So like comments and things like that would not be allowed on it. The wrestling, like WWE 2K things that we talked about doing... they're probably going to be considered kid-friendly. And so that will...
Our whole stream, we try to generally keep kid-friendly. So it's very family-friendly. And so we're very... what's the word? I don't know. We have to see what's going to, like, happen. Because we're just unsure of
where things are going to go.
Yeah.
I don't know, I don't know for sure where YouTube's going to go with what they're doing. And when they start having computers in charge of things, I don't know where or how that's going to work out. We do have a website, thewrestlestory.com. I actually put a link in the description. There's a place there you can go in and put in your email and send an email to us. And so if we did run into a situation where we couldn't notify people, at least we have email contact.
Yeah.
So as of right now, that's kind of where we're at.
Yeah.
Not sure, as of right now, Anthony, we are not leaving YouTube. But we are going to start exploring some other options to see where we could go.
Yeah. We have several different options. I mean, Twitch, Twitch is always...
Yeah.
My brother streams on Twitch, and he's done very well on there. And so he does video games, but, we're doing wrestling. And it's different than, like I just haven't seen...
Yeah. The problem is I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what their computers are going to do. I don't know how their computers are going to pick out
what is marketed as kid-friendly.
What is kid-friendly? What's not kid-friendly?
What is for kids and what is not?
Yeah.
They could pick anything they want to.
I could just see them like picking part of our video, watching it and going, oh, this is kid-friendly. And, we were drinking a beer and dropping a few like words in there. And then they go, oh, no.
Never mind.
What are these people doing? They're putting this channel on the kids' channel.
It's kind of a mess.
It is, and these rules won't take effect till January.
No.
But we just wanted to give people a heads up.
No.
On where we are headed and what we're thinking. And the possibility that we could end up having to switch platforms completely.
Yeah.
Like we said, we've used Twitch a couple times for some things. And so it's one of those things that it's kind of out of our control on where they're going to go with things.
YouTube has gone PG.
Yeah,
kind of. But not really.
Well, and that's... How you doing, Elijah?
Hey, Elijah, what's up?
That's the bad thing about it, is I don't know... there's a lot of content creators that are now probably going to, have to find a whole... And they've quit their jobs and stuff.
The language in the YouTube blog is very
Yes, it
vague.
is. So it's not really open to what they're going to change or anything like that.
Yeah.
The one, the issue with all of it is where are they going to go with all of this? How are they going to
How does this affect live streamers? No idea.
As of right now, I don't know. If you're doing a kid-friendly live stream, then you're not going to be able to stream it.
If anybody
live.
can stream at all.
And so,
how can anybody stream without a comment section?
Which is why we were looking to change the possibility of changing, changing what we're doing. Big YouTubers have to get jobs. Yeah, I mean that's just it. Is this big YouTubers might have to end up, people that strictly rely on this.
And with big
YouTubers,
it's not just big YouTubers.
Yeah.
Big YouTubers, they, a lot of them, they hire editors, they hire, they hire a bunch of people to be on their team, to help them out. So they're not they make the content, they film the video and stuff, but they don't do it all by themselves. So they have like a team that works with them. And so it's not just big YouTubers that are going to potentially sort of like lose their job, so to speak. There's other people involved too, which is the sucky part about it, is like it's not just the big YouTuber per se.
The only thing it's going to do for us, Elijah, is the possibility of moving platforms.
Yeah.
As of right now, we will not change. Nothing's going to change. We would just put our shows on a different platform.
We just wanted to give you guys a heads up and let you know. And
we're not sure where. Again, we're not sure what they're going to do.
Yeah.
But we wanted to give anybody that comes in and comes in to tie it to the channel, the opportunity to know where we're headed, know what's going on. So it's kind of letting you guys know where we're headed, and we talked about having some changes anyway, and having some things out there that would put things out there for, with God, where's my train of thought going? With action figures and wrestling, like WWE 2K, things like that. We talked about adding more to our channel, and right now that's kind of in limbo. I don't want to have to start putting stuff up, and then find out that we have to end up either going back and changing everything, because one of the things they talked about was if you have videos that are up, you have to go back and change everything to family friendly, or to kid friendly, I guess is what you'd call it. So people that have lots of, hey Colin,
yo, what's up? What's up, dude?
YouTube has come out with some changes that are going to be taking place in January. Basically, they are gearing more towards trying to protect kids, and so with that, it's kind of we're unsure on where things are going to head with our channel.
We might have to, long story short, move platforms because YouTube is, they have new rules. Oh, well, new rules will take effect in January.
So it's like, if, and that's a big if, WWE is looked upon as a big family-friendly subject, then a whole lot may change as far as the rules for posting content and streaming. Yes. Everything could change. I mean, it's going to depend.
Oh, so it
could
affect
the action figure channels. It
yes,
could affect,
because action figures are considered toys. Now, I don't know if they would look at it that way or if they would look at it as collectibles, but I'm assuming, based upon everything that I've seen and read and heard, is that it would be considered toys. And so it would not, you'd have issues with that.
Yeah, we wouldn't be able to have comments. We wouldn't be able to have likes and dislikes. We wouldn't.
No monetization, no nothing.
Yeah. There's nothing there that we could. There is no interaction with you guys.
The way we understand these changes are that if children under 13 are viewing your content, you get lumped into the children's category, which is stupid if you ask me.
Yeah, that's one of the things is that. The bad part, which is why we say we don't know where WWE is going to be doing.
Sorry, but do I know that person beside you, Mr. G? Sorry,
No,
I haven't talked.
I'm not sure who that is.
I've been busy, man. Jeez.
Oh, so she hasn't talked to you? That's...
No, I haven't. I mean, I have, but I haven't.
Yeah, she's been real busy.
I have been busy. I've just been doing things. I've had schoolwork and stuff.
Well, that's true. You have started doing schoolwork, so. And then the streams and so.
We've been
so yeah, so I don't know where this is
going
to go. I don't know what it's going to lead up to. I don't know for sure where we're going to head with this.
Great. Now you made me sound like I haven't been doing anything for days. That is a lie. That's an absolute lie.
Yeah. So I don't know.
No comments, no notifications. Language about live streaming isn't clear either. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
that's
a lot of questions.
I mean, YouTube is not real clear on anything that we have received.
It's a lot of questions, and we don't have a ton of answers to them. We're just kind of throwing the information out there that we know right now.
We are going to be prepared and preparing for the possibility of, having to go somewhere else.
Yeah, I know. I'm joking. Jeez. I know. I'm just messing.
We wanted to get the information out to you now. Because we may do some things that could go to another platform.
With live streaming, obviously, we have Twitch as an option, and we've talked about that before. We've done that a couple times. And then for our action figure videos, because you can't upload videos to Twitch, you can do live streams, but there is not, as of right now, there is not a way to upload videos. So for our action figure videos and other things like that, if YouTube will not allow us to put up the content that we want to put up
with comments
and everything like that, the other option that we've talked about is like Patreon, which you obviously have to. You better not be stopping. We are not stopping, dude.
We're not stopping. We're just going to change where we could potentially be doing our streaming.
But anyways, Patreon is the one other spot that right now you're able to upload videos, and people can pay you $1 or whatever to get the videos.
Or we could just do it for free. I mean,
or for free. I mean,
I don't
you
know.
Can do that?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
There's different levels on Patreon.
Whatever. But, there's if enough people were interested and
which is why
wanted
Twitch,
to see all the other content.
Why, as of right now, I would not be shocked if Twitch doesn't start letting you upload stuff.
I wouldn't either, just because with a lot of people are going to jump ship.
If they find a way to so you could upload things, just because of the fact that YouTube has made the change in their policies and changing the way they're doing things.
Yeah.
So, we did look at Patreon. We were looking at Mixer. I've never used Mixer, so I have no clue for sure what.
Same on that.
I know it's video games and things like that, but I don't know what else they have on there. The one thing about Twitch is they do let you do you can do just chatting, which is what we've done with our live streams on there for pay-per-views. So we're looking at other options.
None of this takes place until January, so you have about 4 months to figure things out.
Yep. January is when the changes take effect,
1st.
but we wanted to get out there that where things are headed, where they could be headed, and we will be looking at other options just in case something, just in case they decide that wrestling, WWE, is something that you cannot live stream, that you cannot.
Now, I would think for AEW, we probably shouldn't have any issues with that. But WWE is kind of the main show that we do all the weekly programming. And
I think YouTube actually put out just this past week, I think. Because I got my letter. We got our letter on the 4th.
I think stuff started being decided on, stuff started happening on Wednesday. And then, Thursday or Friday. Today's Saturday. No, today's Sunday. Is today Sunday?
Yeah.
It is Sunday? Okay, whatever.
Yes.
So AEW has
they're going to have a 14 plus rating on the shows. So I would assume that AEW would be fine.
Anyways, Colin, to get back to your question, it was like decided. All the rules and stuff were put out there and decided
basically in the last week.
In the last week.
YouTube was fined $170 million, which is, they make that in like 11 hours or something like that. So it's like, not like
it's a lot of money to, like, you know, you and me, but like.
Oh, yeah, it's a lot of money to a lot of people.
Then,
I feel bad for the people that have created the content that a lot of kids watch, and they've made a living off of it, and you know they've like quit jobs and things like that to be able to do this full time, because it does take a lot of time to do a lot of this. Mm-hmm. It takes a lot of time. It may seem pretty simple just to get up, and live streaming is a little easier than doing like videos.
Yes. Live streaming is a lot simpler than doing videos.
But you still have to be ready to have the content ready to go, which is spending hours watching wrestling.
Yeah.
And then
other things that go into it. Yeah, we have to, you know, think
following
of
Twitter, following everything, and so it's
set everything up for our stream. And,
there's more to it than just, you know, just get on here and, you know, put your show on. And anybody that puts up a video like our the one action figure video we put up probably took us, by the time we got done editing it and looking at everything, it took us like an hour and a half to film, almost 2 hours. Yeah, to film. Probably you're looking at about 3 or 4 hours of working on the stuff. AEW should be acceptable here without being flagged. Should be, unless they move the goalposts here again. And that's one issue with YouTube right now, is they've moved the goalposts several times.
I don't know how many times.
When we first started looking at YouTube, we have a YouTube channel for my youngest daughter. The subscribers, I think, were 1,000.
Yes, you have to have 1,000 subscribers.
You can tell me if that's right, Mrs. Gleen.
1,000 subscribers, and I think it's like 20,000.
Well, it wasn't that much for just watch time. It was like a lot lower than it is now.
It was less than that, but now it's at like you have to have like 20,000 minutes of watch time or something like that, and it's like a crazy amount.
It was 100. It was 100 followers.
Don't worry, we appreciate you both.
Thanks, Colin.
It was 100 followers.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I think it was. I think you had to have 100 at first, and then they moved it to 1,000, and everybody was like, "What?
Yeah,
you're making it so hard for the little guy to get anywhere."
And that's what that's where I feel bad for some of these channels that have put a lot of effort. And
now with this change, it's not just hurting the little guys; it's hurting everybody as a whole. Anybody that puts up kids' content, it doesn't matter who you are. If you are marketing yourself,
if you have anything marketed towards
kids, you are no longer able to monetize your videos. You have no comments. You can't communicate with your people.
Yeah.
At all. And you don't make any money off of it. When you were making money off of it 4 months ago, you know?
Yeah.
And so, like, that's where it's not just hurting little people now. It's hurting everybody, and people are not happy about it.
No, they're not. I know. I've seen people say, but a lot of people have invested in different things, like their Patreon. They may have. I know some people have their own websites. Again, we do have a website created, just done a lot on it because we haven't done a lot with it. TheWrestleStory.com. Outside of that, they've kind of went elsewhere and are drawing. I mean, they've got merchandise. Other people have merchandise that they're drawing money off of. But I suppose if you don't have content on YouTube where people can see you, then you kind of fade into the sunset and nobody buys your merchandise that you have. So,
which is why some people have, with the last week or so, they've made videos and have said, I'm no longer posting kids content. I am doing...
Colin, this affects anything that is kid related or could be kid related. So, like toys.
Anybody. This is site-wide. Yeah.
Yes.
Like everybody.
This is toys. This is gaming. This is anything that can be considered.
Anything that can be considered kid.
Yes.
Content. content for kids.
Yes.
It is not going to be.
And again, like I said, we have the option to put in there whether it's kid friendly or kid content, but
if.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anything construed as being watched by children under the age of 13.
Is what.
So if there's a lot of video, wrestling videos up there, and they find out that there's a lot of, kids under 13 watching them, I suppose, they could put the wrestling video, decide they're going to do the wrestling videos under this new...
not necessarily even things that were intended for kids, but those will be affected as well. Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I was saying earlier. We were talking about this, and I was like, dude, if they're looking at just getting, like, kids' content and stuff, this doesn't just affect the kids' content. It affects everybody.
Yeah, this is
it's
everybody.
Not just,
everything.
I'm making a toy.
This is everything.
It's not. I'm gonna unbox this toy and kids watch this video. Like, no, it's like other stuff too. Like our channel. We don't know about our channel. Like, I don't know. What about? I know there you talked about this. You were like, so YouTube did this to themselves by breaking the rules concerning kids. They should not be making the channel suffer.
We agree.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things we had talked about,
All of this is YouTube's fault.
Yeah. And like I said, it's hard. I don't know how you 1,381 it took me. I don't know how you get to like in today's day and age where everything is connected to the internet.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
I have a watch that's connected to the internet.
You're wearing a watch connected to the internet.
That's what I'm saying. Is I have a watch that's connected to the internet. It's like the phone's connected to the internet.
Phone.
Everything is connected to the internet. You can get on. You can check anything. We hand these phones to kids. The parents should be the ones that are. If a parent hands their kid their phone, they should have a clue what they're doing and what they're on and things like that. And so I don't know how you can sit there and say that this is, YouTube eventually is ultimately hurting themselves.
Yeah, they really are, because people aren't going to stick around if they won't let them post the content that they want to post. So they will go somewhere else to post the content that they want to post.
And
they're going to lose lots of people. It'll take forever
to reach 1,000.
To reach 1,000 now. Unless Maven's way to go viral or something.
Well, and
you never know.
Put
it out there, people.
When
hashtag Maven's Rants. Just had to get my shameless plug.
It's
continue on.
It's affecting, like I said, the big content creators that have been doing this for a while now, that would do video games or do any of those things where they're got to where they could make a living at this. How's that going to affect them? Is YouTube going to make exceptions for them and say, well, no, you're making us money, so you're good to go? Or are they going to say, no, you got to follow the rules too? That's the big question. They've done
things like that before, though, where they had a situation where they suspended somebody's account, and they were like, oh, yeah, no, we're not gonna, we don't, you're rubbing it in that I have no computer right now, aren't you? Yeah, sure. Hashtag Maven's Rants might actually need to be an actual thing. It is. Look it up on Twitter. Hashtag Rant and Raven Maven. Okay, that one works too.
Hello, Forgetty.
How's it going? Where was I going with this? Oh, yeah. YouTube has done this before where, you were talking about, oh, are they just going to say, oh, you're making me lots of money, so we're going to keep you around. They said before in another one where they had issues with somebody else that they did something not great and they took them off. They suspended their account and they, it was gone. And they said, oh, we do not condone this. We don't support him and his stuff that he did, but then they brought him back anyways because he made them lots of money.
Yeah. So
they can easily go back on whatever they want to go back on, and just because right now they're saying, oh, we are getting rid of all the kids content creators, anything for kids under 13, any of that business that you're doing, we're not anymore. But then, somebody's like, oh, I'm leaving, and it's a huge moneymaker, they might change their mind and say, hey, no, we want you to stay. Go ahead. Continue on whatever you're doing. Make your kids content.
Jamie just probably got up. So that's why.
I invented it. Colin, can you take credit for inventing #Maven's Rants? Can you take credit for that? Maybe you can.
Probably.
I don't remember if he created it or not.
I
created the other one, though.
Yeah, I don't remember
whatever the other one was. I don't remember. I don't even remember.
Does anybody have any other questions?
I don't even remember what it
about
was.
this or anything?
I just woke up. Well, that's fun.
Yeah, we figured.
That's fun. I like sleep. Sleep is fun. I like to sleep.
That's just because she stays up like all night. So
I don't care. I don't stay up all night. I just like sleep.
Yeah, she stays up all
I'm just
night.
tired all the time. But, yep. Okay.
Yep, you got a question or yep, you...
Yep, he invented it.
Oh.
That's what he's yepping.
Got you.
Okay. Fine. Take...
Any other questions about anything that we are looking at, where things are headed? Again, this is like YouTube-wide, so it's going to affect...
Not just us. It's everybody.
Like, everybody.
Lots of different people.
Yeah. So your favorite YouTubers maybe like you can't comment on their things anymore.
Yeah. Is there some rules about the age of the content creators? Wait. Whoa. Is there rules about the age of content
creators?
Okay, for a second there I thought that said
I know
creatures.
It does say creature.
It does say creature. I'm not going crazy.
I assume it's supposed to be creators.
Content creatures. They could affect us.
As far as the age of the creator, I think they kind of addressed that before. So like they were supposed to have already taken down comments or.
I'm taking credit for the Maven's Rants hashtag.
Any comments or anything like that should already be off of anyone that's supposed to be anyway, that's under the age. I believe it's under the age of 13.
Yeah, I think so. Haha, I can't spell. I do that every time.
I figured.
Life story.
I knew what you were saying.
I was looking at it and I was like, I'm not crazy, am I? That says creature. Yeah. I was like going to say that and I was like, no, hold on. I got to go back there and read that again. And I was like, that is not how you spell creator, man. But then I looked at it, I was like, does that say creature? It does say creature. I am not crazy. Let's just
How often do you do the action figures? Right now we've got the one up. We talked about trying to do it 3 or 4 times a week. Yeah. It's just a matter of...
We have a lot of action figures
on the weekend.
And we're splitting it up into lots of tiny parts so we don't do them all at once. I've noticed a lot of people have their comments turned off because they think they can demonetize stuff if someone comments anything bad, but most of the people I watch are family vloggers. Yeah, that was something.
A lot of the issue is your family vloggers have been, because even though they see, even though the parents are kind of the ones that are doing it, I think a lot of people have decided to just make sure that they don't get flagged or anything.
Well, yeah, and they turn the comments off because there was an issue with that too, where they had if somebody did comment something bad underneath, they can take their comments away entirely, and so they just
which I think was
not
dumb
to
because
put any comments
you can't
on
control what anybody puts on your comments.
Yeah, so that was a thing.
Yeah. Elijah will be looking for one probably this week. Probably
Hopefully.
2 this week.
Hopefully.
Some point in time.
Hopefully. Yeah. We have a new set of figures upstairs that we're ready to film. We pulled them out the other day.
Yeah, definitely. So as of right now, nothing's going to change, but we're looking at different things to make sure that we're covered for if something does happen. Because like I said, part of the fun is being able to talk to you guys when we're doing this.
And if we can't talk to you guys, then it's not fun. I mean, it's fun because I like talking about wrestling, but it's not as fun.
No, definitely not.
No, because when you have nobody in here, it's it's just weird. You're talking to yourself, and
and I don't want to just talk to you.
It just doesn't. I don't know. I'm forgetting the future of Gleen family.
Yes.
Family.
That is one thing that's in jeopardy.
Gleen family vlogs.
The Gleen family vlogs are in jeopardy, Forgetty.
And it doesn't even exist yet.
So after Xmas, things could change. Yes. I don't know how much. Again, we don't know for sure. What they're going to decide is family or is suitable for kids under 13, I don't know.
Twitch would be a great platform. Yes. Yes, it would.
I mean, it's kind of in the hands of that, and that's, like I said, that's the bad thing about the whole thing is they're leaving it up to the artificial intelligence. So, like, how they're going to let that happen, and then they could always go back and say, well, our thing didn't pick it up if they let someone go by. And I don't know if that's just the right way to do it. Yeah. Because I know, and Mrs. Gleen can say this for sure, our Tabby 2s.
Tabby 2s.
Tabby 2, are her comments disabled?
I think so. I could be wrong.
I suppose I could pull it up.
But you can double check with Mrs. Gleen. She knows everything.
Because,
I am an IDOT. I just realized who Andrew is. Duh.
Yes, I knew who Andrew was. They're not disabled? See, which doesn't make sense. I mean, Tabby 2...
It's just
I
guess it's because it was a small channel?
Which is...
But it doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, if you're going to do it across the line, then just do it across the line.
Yeah, their algorithms that they're supposed to be using don't pick it up.
It depends on the video. The super popular one is, but the others are not. Still can get paid over on Twitch. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, ultimately, it'd be nice to be able to get paid and things like that and make money off of it.
That's kind of like the ultimate goal with, like, if we could get big
to where we do this, like, full time, and then,
you don't have to go to school and you can be here all the time, and maybe we can watch more wrestling and do more shows, so.
Yeah.
Talk about other things.
I mean, if not,
That's cool, too.
I just get no sleep, and we just continue to do this, and.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
We're going to do it regardless.
Yeah, we'll do it regardless.
Like, it doesn't matter whether it's a hobby or a job. But it would be nice if it was a job. Just because, then we can have the money
Jamie,
to buy
they're gonna
more
mess
action
it up.
figures.
YouTube's going to mess up the family vlogs. Although if they haven't turned off the on Tabby 2, then then you can
then you can move. Yeah, we can move. We can move.
If they haven't turned off the things on Tabby 2, I don't know. It's the dream. Who wouldn't want to be able to make an income from home doing what you love? Yeah.
Yeah.
The Gleen Flame of the Band.
Jamming with Jerry totally needs to happen. Jeez.
Andrew, it wouldn't be all of us because I guess
you don't want him to sing.
I would be running the camera because the rest of the family can sing.
You do not want him to sing.
Even Tiny Jerry?
Yeah, even he can sing.
You two were made for YouTube.
Thanks, Elijah. Yeah, on Rock Band and on Xbox maybe. No, you do not want this guy to sing. Not at all. It's not good.
No.
He cannot carry a tune in a bucket. Is that how that saying goes?
If it doesn't,
No, he can't carry a tune at all. It's not good. You don't want to hear him sing. Now watch, everybody's going to ask you to sing.
I'm not singing.
Can't carry a tune with a handle. Okay?
Yep.
Tiny Jerry would dance,
Mommy Shark. He was actually singing Bob the Builder earlier.
He was also singing Mommy Shark. He was singing Mommy Shark and me do
Yeah.
Mommy Shark. It's really funny. He makes his own words.
And I could tell it was actually Bob the Builder.
Yeah. He sings a lot of stuff. There's a song from Descendants, if anybody's seen Descendants, and he knows words.
For those of you that are in the chat that don't know, that's
Tiny Jerry.
Tiny Jerry is my youngest.
Brother.
Her little brother.
Yeah, he's one. And Descendants music.
Oh yeah, he's singing Descendants music too.
He is. It's very funny. And he knows the words. And it sounds like the song.
I know.
That's the scary part.
That's why I said he's better at singing than I am.
He is. So, anyways, that's pretty much everything about the information. Is there anything happening in the wrestling world that we want to talk about while we, have people here?
Well, besides the Ric Flair thing where...
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. So this guy, He's having a midlife, old life crisis or something.
An old life crisis because he's like 70, isn't he?
He's
72.
70. He just turned 70, I think.
Something like
that. They had his birthday bash.
Yeah, it was 70.
Dipstick. Dude, there was a thing on TMZ. And he was like, oh, I've got nothing against Becky. I just want the trademark. And I want WWE to pay me the money. And Charlotte isn't even like, she's mad at me right now. And she's not talking to me because I want the stuff. I want the money. I've got one person. I have to worry about the one person who was with me beside me when I was facing death. And that's my wife. First off, you legit just threw your daughter under the bus and acted like she wasn't there at all.
Yeah.
Which isn't cool. No respect for you at all. A second, Charlotte has every right to be mad at you. You're kind of going after her best friend's gimmick.
Yeah, pretty much.
So what did you think was going to happen? I'm just losing respect for the guy.
Yeah.
Like.
And then you said he signed a deal with Adidas?
Yeah. He signed a deal with Adidas, I think, and he's trying to take down Nike.
Yeah, like that's going to happen.
He said, oh, it's not going to be Air Jordan anymore. It's going to be Air Flare. Dude.
Someone needs to tell him that the Air part is part of Nike.
Dude, come on. Come on.
There's only one man that is slippery.
I'm sorry, dude. I disagree with the whole situation. I understand his whole gimmick and stuff was like, to be the man, you got to beat the man and blah, 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 blah. First, he stole a gimmick from somebody else. So what are we even talking about here? If he wants to talk about people taking his gimmicks, he stole someone's gimmick himself. So it's like...
Air Flare, oh my God. He definitely wants attention, Elijah. I think that's what this is about.
It's got to make Charlotte a little nervous. Yeah. Yeah, you might need to get rid of that merch, Maven. No. Never.
WWE will just pay, the $1 to Ric Flair.
Triple H unfollowed him on Twitter, and so did Seth.
Yeah.
That's, not because...
That's how big it is.
That's how big it is.
Everybody's unfollowing him
Everybody's unfollowing him on Twitter. And I was like, bro, I just don't get this. Like, I understand his whole thing was, like, to be the man, you gotta beat the man. But he never, like... I'm sorry. In all the time that I've been watching Ric Flair, I have never seen him call himself the man. Have you ever seen him call himself the man? Like, legit call himself, I am the man. Like...
I don't think so.
No! So how can he sit there...
Not just in those terms.
How can he sit there and say that, oh, this was my thing, and the man gimmick was mine, and... No, it wasn't, bro. It's a different thing. Please stop.
Yeah.
Like, just stop. I understand you need money, but you can't go after something that's not yours at all. So, I just have a problem with it. Yeah. 1, he's a dipstick. 2, he's going after Becky, and I'm going to always have a problem with that. So... You can't ruin the best thing in the women's division. You can't possibly trademark a grouping of words like the man. He did it. There's a TM by it.
Yeah, I think he actually did trademark it. Which is stupid. Why they let him trademark it's beyond me.
Now, whether WWE pays him money or not, I don't know if that's going to happen.
Yeah, now that's a different story. I mean, that's like totally different on... His gimmick was the Nature Boy. Yeah,
exactly.
Which
was
somebody
else's gimmick. It was someone else's gimmick. So how can he sit here and say, oh, they're stealing my gimmick? I don't care if Becky uses it, but they're stealing my gimmick. No, you obviously do care if Becky's using it. And first off, it wasn't your gimmick in the first place.
Yeah, I don't care if Becky uses it as long as they pay me.
Like... And he sits there and he's like, oh, I'm the biggest supporter of the women's division. I'm the biggest supporter. Yeah, right. You're trying to take the lady's gimmick. Like, what is your issue? What is your damage? I don't understand it. Like, he can't sit there and say, oh, I'm the biggest supporter. I've supported the women's division since day one. I'm their biggest supporter. Yeah, whatever. Going after... the biggest female in the company right now. Idiot.
I didn't expect a rant when we started this.
No, but then in the end I was like, you know what? We're talking about wrestling. Well, people are here.
Does anybody else have any questions about anything that could come down the road? Like I said, we are going to prepare for things. We'll probably be looking at other platforms as far as, obviously, we use Twitch. We'll probably be putting some stuff out there.
2 things.
Probably use it a little more just
one thing
to see how things go.
Another thing is with NXT, it's never too early or too late for a Maven rant. Yeah.
Obviously not.
No, with the
Patreon, yeah, we talked about Patreon, social media. Talked about Twitter, using Twitter more, possibly Facebook.
So are we certain Bailey's going to be a heel tomorrow night?
I've told you, Bailey is not a heel.
No, she's not going to be heel.
I don't care how much I don't care how much they try to portray her as a heel. She's not a heel.
They have to do drastic things to make her heel.
Yes.
If they do that tomorrow, maybe. Hear About 205 Live will be added to SmackDown for its 3rd hour. I have seen stuff about that.
Yeah, we've seen some information about it, but haven't seen anything official.
Bendy boys don't go with the heel image. No, they don't.
No,
and
they
that's
don't.
why I said they're gonna have to do something drastic with her if they're going to change her into a heel. Otherwise, I don't buy it, and I don't care.
So are they gonna put? I mean, what have you?
Oh my
seen?
gosh!
How's it
James,
going?
what's up?
How you doing, James? Anthony, what have you seen about 205 Live? So are they just going to add it to the end of SmackDown, so then they basically have a 3-hour show on Fox? Or are they going to incorporate the 205 Live guys into SmackDown itself?
I don't know. I've just seen that they're going to add it.
Because I've heard the 3rd hour being added. And I've heard rumors of 205 Live guys being on SmackDown.
No, yeah, on SmackDown.
But I didn't know if they were going to
actually do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't either. With the
By the way, James, just in case you missed it, we're talking about possible changes to YouTube and their policies.
Yeah.
Possibility of us having to move to a different platform.
Yeah. She will turn on Sasha at some point. I could totally see it happening.
Yes, I agree. I think she will turn on Sasha at some point. I think.
Tomorrow.
I think she's going to realize that I didn't really want to be a heel, so.
I don't really want to be a jerkwad and attack Becky.
I want to be good again.
Tomorrow we're getting the 4 Horsewomen at its end of SmackDown. So the last.
So it'll definitely be the last hour then.
No, but with the 4 Horsewomen, they have their tag match tomorrow, and I'm really excited for it. Charlotte and Becky versus Sasha and Bayley. It should be so much fun, and I don't really care what they do with them. I just love seeing them on TV, the 4 of them together.
I've told you what should happen
about the Bayley buddies. Stomp on them. I agree. I think it would be fun. She comes out, they blow up. She's like, no! And she tears them down.
The thing, even if she stomps on them, the heel thing, it just doesn't work.
Why not?
Because Bayley's persona
does not. If they change the entire freaking gimmick.
Okay, but she has to change how she talks and how, the smiley. And I think she's done it so long, I don't think she can do it.
She's been a heel before, though.
Well, I get that.
So why can't she?
But she's been this person for so long, I can't picture her being anything other than this character.
I can't either, but maybe it's what she needs.
Well, it might be what she needs, but I can't picture her being anything other than this character. Okay. All is she going to come out and, pull her hair out and go, look, now I'm bald?
Oh, are y'all doing predictions for Clash of Champions? If so, I'll put my Universal title on.
Yes, we will be.
We will be. We'll do them next week, because next week it's a pay-per-view, right?
Yes, Anthony, there are no more babyface or heels anymore.
They're all shades of gray.
Although I will say that Randy Orton, right now, I would say is a heel.
Yeah.
Definitely a heel.
I don't like him. But it's because he's a heel.
And he created, before him and the Revival attacked Kofi, I said that there was not anybody that's really a heel or a face. And then after that, I was like, he's definitely a heel.
Yeah. That would be accurate. Oh, I remember what I was going to say about NXT. So I saw that NXT, in the first 2 shows that are supposed to be on USA, they are going to have the first hour on USA, and the second hour is going to be on the network. So the first hour is going to be live, and the second hour is not.
That's what I get it.
For the first 2 weeks of their show.
Yeah.
So why have the first 2 weeks of your show that is supposed to be live? Why even have those first 2 weeks? Like,
as of right now, James, we are not leaving YouTube.
No.
YouTube, but with YouTube's new, I don't know where they're going to go with YouTube's new policies that are coming out. What'd I say?
You said new tubes.
YouTube's, not new tubes.
New tubes.
Maybe we should start a new tube and then we could have our own policies. Anyway, YouTube, their policies are kind of have people in limbo on what they're going to do with it. Basically, what's going to happen is anybody that's under that YouTube deems as being geared towards anybody under the 13 and younger or under the age of 13. They're going to take away comments. They're going to take away chat. They're going to take away likes and dislikes. And I don't know where that leaves like wrestling.
Yeah, we don't know. We have a lot of unanswered questions.
Since WWE is trying to gear their wrestling towards younger kids, as far as how they've put out the
want to be
perception.
Perceived.
I don't know where where that's going to sit with YouTube. It may not change. I do know that we started doing some action figure.
Those will get affected.
Unveiling
videos
and things like that will definitely be affected.
Because
anything that we do
that's
because it's the toys. We talked about doing WWE 2K things on here. That's going to be affected.
Just do Facebook Live.
That's one possibility we're looking at.
Because AEW isn't on TV yet. They're trying to see how that hour will go on TV. But even then, it makes no sense to me. No one's going to go and watch the second hour. I mean, we will because we have a show to do. But no one's going to go and watch the second hour on the network. People are not happy about it. It makes no sense to sit here and say, oh, we're doing our 2-hour live show beginning on the 18th or whatever. But, it makes no sense.
We aren't sure about the chat, but the rest of that is correct. It will also be taking away notifications on new content posted for stuff that is potentially being watched by kids under the 13. Yeah, so then you lose notifications. So you can't get notified. If we could live stream, you wouldn't get notified when we go live, and then you wouldn't be able to do chat.
How do y'all like my Universal title? It's cool.
Yes.
It looks like it's heavy.
Yeah.
I would just assume. It's probably very heavy. I don't know, guys. YouTube rules. It's just dumb. I don't know. They're dumb.
Yep. I don't know. Is there anything else to talk about?
Not really.
Anything else happen in wrestling?
I don't think so. I could be wrong though, but I don't think so.
I don't think anything is major has happened.
I mean, just the, meme of Chris Jericho.
We thought about that too.
With his a little bit of the bubbly. That's all over Twitter now. That has nothing to do with anything.
No.
But it's very funny. Matt Hardy made a video.
Oh, yeah. Did you see the Matt Hardy video?
The Matt Hardy video? Oh. I was it was so funny.
Oh, Suits last 2 episodes. Yeah.
The reason they're doing that is, okay. I guess it makes sense, but it's stupid. It's still dumb.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yes. I died. It was so funny.
It was.
He was he comes out of this restaurant, the same place that, Jericho was at or whatever. The same restaurant. Same type of restaurant. He was like, oh, yeah, guys, me and my wife, we just had dinner. And then he looked, he was like,
my belt.
And my belt! And then he ran back in.
If you haven't seen Matt Hardy's video, go check it out.
Steal my belt!
Because it's pretty funny.
He was like, "How do you get the limousine?"
Yeah.
It was so hilarious.
And Chris Jericho liked it too.
He did. He was like, "This is funny." Like, somebody made a report and was like, "Oh, Matt Hardy was making fun of Chris Jericho." And Matt Hardy came back. He was like, "I was not making fun of him. I was just making fun of him."
Yeah.
And Chris Jericho he thought it was really funny. Yeah,
because a lot of people are like, well, what's Jericho going to think? And they're like, well, we're friends, so.
It was so funny. You know. I thought it was hilarious. No, it really wasn't, but I thought it was hilarious.
Other than that, I don't think.
Anything else? Undertaker called Ric Flair the man. Don't feel the fire. Okay, stop. Asuka has a gaming channel now.
Yeah.
That's news.
Is it pretty heavy, James?
Bray Wyatt shared cryptic advice. I can't read. I can't speak. Let me look it up. Bray Wyatt says he put up cryptic advice. Oh, yes, that's big news. Yeah, Asuka has a gaming channel now. Bray Wyatt put up a tweet. It says, a rattlesnake's skin, the same color as the leaves, she said. You gotta get them before they get you. Sister Abigail. That's, like a quote or something from Sister Abigail, apparently. Let me put it up.
I did see that, Anthony.
Are they going to get a Sister Abigail? I think it would be cool.
That could be where... Does that Liv changing her persona?
Maybe.
I think someone on chat said that last week.
Maybe. I could see it happening.
I will not name, but a certain champ needs to put their title on the line and win. I
win. I'll be James Two Belts. I don't even... Who's the champ? Who's the champ right now?
Oh, didn't we have 3
Export.
win?
I think it's Export.
Or is it just Export win that?
I think
he's the only one that won it last time.
No. I think it's Elijah.
Elijah, are you the champ right now?
I think it's Elijah.
I'd have to go back and check.
I don't know. It's either Export or Elijah, because I think they were neck and neck, and if Export won, he won the belt. And if Elijah won, he won the belt.
Yeah, we hope
so. I don't remember who it was. But I think it was Elijah.
Yeah, it might have been.
Elijah, I'm coming for your belt. Next week. Just you wait. But James is also coming for your belt, so you might watch out.
Yeah.
We both want your belt.
Oh, Bray and his funhouse business. The YouTube waters are pretty muddy there, aren't they?
Yeah, probably.
The YouTube waters probably don't exist.
Yes, because... Elijah's the champ. Elijah is the champ, yes. Yes, Elijah is.
All right.
Coming for your belt. That's all I can say. Just you wait. Next week, it's not going to be a fun week. No, it's not
all right.
fun.
I think with that, unless somebody else has a question.
I think we should
something
be
to
back.
say.
Tomorrow's Monday. I keep thinking it's Saturday. I don't know why.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Tomorrow
night's Monday.
And we have Raw at Madison Square Garden with Stone Cold. Now that I'm putting my title on the line, how is that going to play out? James, I don't know.
Not well for you, James.
I don't know, man. I'm taking your belt. I'm going to take all your belts.
So we will be back tomorrow night after Raw.
Yes. Tomorrow night. Should be fun. It's in Madison Square Garden for the first time in...
Holy cow, get a calendar, Maven.
I didn't know what day it was. For some reason, I thought yesterday was Friday and today was Saturday. I don't know why.
We will see you tomorrow, everybody. Good night. Have a good one. Good night, Elijah. We're just going to end the stream tonight because I don't have everything set up on... let me check here. Maybe I can do this.
No, I don't think you have everything set up.
If this messes everything up. You got something else, Mrs. Gleen?
I might be at Raw and SmackDown this week.
Hey, that's cool. Send us pics.
Okay, see if it works. I don't know if it's going to work.
I don't know either.
Anyways, guys, we'll be back tomorrow. We stream every Monday after Raw, every Tuesday after SmackDown, every Wednesday after NXT, and after every pay-per-view. We also have our prediction show that we will be doing on Friday this week because we have a pay-per-view. So, look forward to that. We'll be back tomorrow.
Yes. We will see you tomorrow. Peace out.
Out.
I hope this works.